Hello everyone, this is Tala, Drive-thru Therapy. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I also want to thank you for the level of sharing that you guys have been doing with these audios. I don't have any social media, so you guys are doing all the work to get whatever this is out there. So I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful. Never take that for granted. And so, I wanted to kind of thank you all. Can't do this without you. That's for sure. If there's nobody listening, it's not as motivating. So thank you again. Today is going to be a little different because my last episode was very serious. So I didn't want to make this one too serious. I want to give you guys a break. But this is based on a conversation I had yesterday with my niece. And we were talking about movies. And when I learned that I was severely codependent when it comes to my relationships, watching movies became kind of difficult to watch because it's cringeworthy for me today, because there's so much glorification of love being in this lustful, needy, codependent love where this hero sets out to go on an odyssey, and somewhere along the line he has to fight battles and take risks and get their heart broken and stomped on. So this is how I learned about love, unfortunately. I didn't see that very much growing up as in relationships. So I learned from movies, and I thought that was normal. That's what people are supposed to do. Love is supposed to be painful. Love is supposed to hurt. Love is supposed to be risk-taking. It requires courageousness and all that good stuff. But no, it doesn't. That's just codependent love. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's very entertaining to watch, because imagine watching a movie that has no ups and downs, that has nothing to fight for, that has no lust and intensity in it. I don't want to watch an hour and a half movie about paying bills and going to soccer games with your family, or tucking your kids in bed, or making them smoothies in the morning, whatever. I think most people don't want to watch that. They want to watch the fight. They want to watch the struggle of love. It makes it all worthwhile. However, it's nice to have that as a fantasy. But how many of us really do think love is like that? How many movies have reinforced those thoughts in our mind? And of course, we have a choice to what movies do for us. I mean, it's not reality, but it's not helpful either. But that's what movies are about. That's what books are about. They're fantasy, and they help us escape, go into this fantasy world. But I want us to come back out of this fantasy world safely. I don't want us to implement this stuff in our own real life. So this is what today's about: codependence in movies, as an example to how we may have some beliefs that are kind of extreme or extremely codependent when it comes to our views about what relationships should look like. And you'll see this on Valentine's Day when people go out and buy gifts, and there's a pressure of buying the right gift, and there's a competition almost of who gets the better gift. So it's in itself also codependence, because you get your value from what you produce, that's your worth, is how much you have to seek approval from the other person, from your partner. In your mind, you may have an image of what love looks like, Titanic, where this guy has to go down to the bottom of the sea and retrieve the blue diamond, bring it back up, and go down on bended knee, and or give you his spot on the piece of wood in a frozen body of water, so this way you can live and he can die while he's he's saving you. That's just false ideas of love. It's beautiful to watch, again, entertaining, but not reality. So let's get started on these quotes. I pulled up a few quotes that are from pretty popular movies that I liked. And I think that maybe many people would have seen the movie or been exposed to some of these quotes, maybe from the trailers. In no way am I here to say that these movies are terrible. I love them, but they are a representation of codependence at its best. So bear with me, because the first one is probably the most codependent out of them all. And every time I hear this quote in this movie, it makes me roll my eyes on the inside, if you can imagine. It's really codependent. Like I put the worst one right at the top. I even was one of those people that cried in that part of the movie. So it is from the Jerry Maguire movie, 1996, where he confesses his love to Renee Zellweger after a separation, and he says, "I love you. You complete me." Oh boy, this is rough. This is going to be a rough ride already, codependent wise, because if she completes you, Jerry Maguire, then more than likely when she leaves, you return back to your incomplete self, which kind of sucks for you. Again, codependent. How much of my identity do I get from being in this relationship? Is it all of my identity? Do I really want to base my whole level of completion, my holistic self, based on this relationship? Is this gonna be a gap, a gaping gap left in my soul when this person leaves, of incompletion and disappointment? I don't know. I'm not ready. I'm not interested in you complete me situation. I mean, I don't know what would be a non-codependent reality. I feel whole on my own, and you feel whole on your own, and when we get together, it's a beautiful complementary relationship that can grow together. Yeah, that won't sell any tickets. So won't work. The next quote, oh gosh, it's another one. And I really like this movie. It's from The Notebook. It's a Nicholas Sparks, one of his novels, and it's a 2004 movie. Noah is the main character. Noah tells his love interest, after not seeing her for so long, reconcile once more, and it's really risky because people are going to find out, and she's already engaged, and she's taking all this risk, and whatever. He tells her, "I want all of you, forever, you and me, every day." Oh, wow. I don't know. That's a lot. That I want all of you. I mean, all of you, and forever. You and me, every day, all the time, this relationship is everything. Again, no one might get disappointed, because if you put all your happy eggs in that one basket, you could get disappointed, because there's no perfection here, and spending every day, with someone is great, but after a while, you're not going to be saying, "I want all of you forever, you and me every day." No, it's not reality. The expectation is kind of not allowing flexibility here. It's all and everything, all or nothing. And it's just, be aware of all or nothing type of statements, friends. That's the therapist in me saying it. All right, the next one is, "You make me want to be a better man." This is from the movie As Good as It Gets with Jack Nicholson. And I think Diane Keaton is in there. "You make me want to be a better man." Ooh, shit, you're in trouble if she acts up, and on that day, are you going to be less of a better man? Are you going to blame her when you're not doing your best? I don't know if I want to be that person's love interest, because that's a lot of pressure. You make me want to be a better man. That's a lot. I want you to be a better man for you, because that will grow and turn into something beautiful long term. But if I am the reason why you're a better man, then on my shitty days, you're not going to be a better man, apparently, because it's so codependent, and we're dependent on one another for emotions, and my mood is your mood, and you absorbing my mood, and I'm absorbing your mood. It's just filthy cycle. Yeah, no. I don't want you to be a better man because of me. Please do that on your own, sir. Do that on your own. Step back. Okay, the next quote. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Nope, lost it. I have all these quotes everywhere, but I had to choose which ones I think were the most relevant. Oh, here we go. Okay. This is from the movie Say Anything. And I'm so sad that this movie made the list because I love this 80s movie. But I think 80s movies in general are highly codependent. Highly codependent. And if they weren't codependent, they were considered like dark noir type of movies like Heathers and even then it's a codependent relationship, but Winona Ryder in that movie is not codependent and seeks her independence later on, her emotional independence later on. So again, Say Anything with John Cusack. I guess this quote is about when he goes to her father and her father asks him, what is it, like you have nothing to offer my daughter basically. And so how are you going to support her? And he says, this is what John Cusack says, okay? Oh, man. He says, what I really want to do with my life, what I want to do for a living is I want to be with your daughter. I'm good at it. Oh, no, you're not. That's not a job. That doesn't have any 401k or medical insurance. I don't know what you're doing, but I don't need you to be good at that. I need you to get a job. That won't pay the bills, buddy. That won't pay the bills. That's just escape. That's a form of escape, codependent love there. Not healthy. Not healthy. I mean, in theory, it sounds really good. Like, this person wants to do me for a living all day, every day. He's all about it, sounds great, but not going to pay the bills. Eventually, there's going to be fights about finances. There's going to be, I can't, carry you anymore. And that kind of conversation. It's not an equal situation because let's say she's out working and doing her thing and he's at home and he's wanting to do her for a living. Not healthy. Okay. On the next one. Oh, she's forgiven though. I love her. And I love that character. It's Pretty Woman. And the character's name is Vivian, which is Julia Roberts' character. And she tells Richard Gere after he offers her that money, I think it was like $3,000 for the week or whatever. And she says, I'm going to treat you so nice, you're never going to let me go. Oh, no, you're not. And yes, he will let you go. Just because you treat someone really, really nice and give them your 120% in a relationship doesn't mean they're just going to keep you. And there's got to be more than just you performing for them. That's codependent. Do you see what I mean? It's like, it sounds really good in a movie. Really great. But when it comes to reality, it is just, makes me cringe. It just makes me cringe. It's wild. It's wild. But again, she's forgiven because I love her. Yeah, I'm going to treat you nice. I'm going to treat you so nice, you're never going to let me go. Well, that's the, that is definitely not a guarantee. And when I have a bad day and I don't treat you that nice and you're not a priority for me, will you let me go? Will I not be worthy enough because I don't perform for you? I'm not performing for you? Is that what's keeping us together? Very romantic. Very romantic. All right. The next one, oh God, is one of my favorite sagas. I mean, I gotta say, it's like one of those guilty pleasures without calories. That's what it is to me. And it is the Twilight Saga. Yes, it made the list. And this is the New Moon part. Okay, the New Moon movie, I guess. And he says, Edward Cullen is the main character there. And he says to his love interest, I love you. You're my only reason to stay alive, if that's what I am. Now, the one I'm interested, you're my only reason to stay alive. Any kind of extreme like that, codependent. Because what if I disappoint you? Are you going to not stay alive anymore? Like, what are the options? I don't want to be part of that. I'm telling you ahead of time, Edward, I don't want to be part of that. Yes, even Edward Cullen I'm going to say no to you, Edward. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So, yeah. Beware of significant borderline almost. You're my only reason to stay alive. I mean, I don't want you to threaten me like that. That's a threat. That's a threat, son. Back up, no threats. It's a codependent one. Codependent threat. All right. where we at in time? Okay, we have a little more. So I have a couple more. The one from this movie, My Best Friend's Wedding, My Best Friend's Wedding, with Julia Roberts. She made the list twice. To me, every movie I see her in is like Pretty Woman. I mean, it's terrible, but it's true. Terrible, but true. Here's another story about a man and a woman that are best friends, and the man is about to get married, and he wants her to be part of the wedding, and she realizes that she's in love with him. Blah blah blah. Lovely, predictable. We love this. We love this scenario. But this is what she says in the end, confessing her love. Again, it has to be like an explosive confession of love for it to be worthy. But this is what she says. She says, "Choose me, marry me, let me make you happy." Oh no. Oh no. That's a big, large claim. That's a big, large claim to make in a relationship, because at this point you're saying, choose me, marry me, and let me make you happy. Like, I have a way to make you happy. I can't jump into your brain, inject happiness in your brain. That's just codependent. You being happy or not is not based on my performance, son. It's based on yours. It's codependent if I think that I can do anything about that. I can't make anybody happy in a relationship. I can't do it. That's a lot to be asking myself and putting pressure on myself for, and saying it out loud is insanity. Again, codependent. All right. Okay, couple more, because I'm looking at the time. We still got a couple more to do. All right. This is from Great Expectations. This is with Ethan Hawke and Gwyneth Paltrow. And he says, "Everything I've ever done, I've done for you." But how many people say that in our real life? Everything I've ever done, I've done for you. Well, ooh, shit. You're going to get disappointed because you're not meeting your own needs. You're waiting for me to water your garden because you haven't been watering your garden. You've been watering mine. Not the pressure I want. Codependent. I need you to water your own garden. I need to water my own garden. And so we both have a very beautiful, flourishing, blooming garden. We're tending to our own garden. And then when we get together, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Okay? So what we don't need is you not meeting your emotional needs, and you keep watering somebody else's garden and being okay with crumbs of love. Codependent. Eventually you're going to get really resentful of that person that you did all this stuff for, because you're not going to get all of it back, because usually a giver is always a giver in a relationship, and a taker is usually always a taker, especially when it's severely imbalanced. Anyways, if you want more information on that, you can listen to one of my episodes. Go back and listen to one of my episodes called The Sneaky Condependent. And it tells you a little bit of what codependence is. So these quotes can really make sense, and you'll understand. I hate to ruin movies for you, but this should make you cringe. But this is the thing. It's just kind of a beware, cautionary type of episode for you not to fall victim to these statements and these romantic ideals, because romance doesn't have to be this loud and risk-taking, and it's, in reality, romance and growing old with someone is about paying bills together. It's about enjoying one another's company, solving problems together. It's not love, risk-taking over and over again. Speaking of risk-taking, my next and final quote is from one of my favorite movies. So it made the list, people. It made my codependent list. And this is from the movie Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze, and I think her name is Jennifer Grey. Anyways, her character name is Baby, and Patrick Swayze is a dancer at this resort that Baby is vacationing with her family. They're kind of uppity rich people, and he's a dancer. He's one of the staff members. Anyways, they fall in love and all that good stuff. And towards the end, something happens where they had to separate because they're not of the same background, and families don't accept him. And he, of course, does not think highly of himself. So he retreats. Basic stuff. But we love it. We're addicted to it. Anyways, it's at the end of the movie, and there's a scene where there's a big dance to end the whole vacation. And everybody goes to the dance, and everybody's performing in a talent show. And Baby's there. And Baby's kind of at this point being reprimanded because she's been going out with the bad boy, and Father doesn't like it. And Father's not even talking to her at that point. So Patrick Swayze goes in there and goes to her table where her family's sitting with her. And he says, "Nobody puts Baby in the corner." Classic. Why is this codependent, people? Why? Because it's all about the please save me because I cannot save myself. Please stand up for me because I can't do it on my own. And it's kind of developing the concept that it's okay. It's okay to be saved. that we need the saving. That we don't need to do our work ourselves. We just need to be saved. And it's extreme and codependent. Again, it'll sell movies. The idea of romantic love is just bursting with fruit flavor with that level of savior, saving knight in shining armor kind of scenarios. Anyways, yeah, I'm sad because that movie made it to my list, but hey, it's a necessary evil. Nobody puts Baby in the corner, you know? Nobody puts Baby in the corner. I need to save her. I need to be what she counts on. I need to be everything to her. Everything that I've ever done, I've done for you, baby. Anyways, going too far. But, yeah. Now that we've understood a little bit about what codependence sounds like in the movies, these movies that we love, we have posters of, we remember the quotes vividly. But they're codependent. They're codependent love. And with this, I pose the question, does love have to be loud? Does it have to be risk-taking for us to value it? Can it be gentle? Can it be kind? Can it be unconditional and not full of jealousy, drama, envy? Yeah, I don't know. But I know for sure that the answer to what love is not in these quotes. I know today for me it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like that. Somebody who's a good, emotionally available person, that's hot, that's sexy. Somebody who has a job, that's pretty sexy too. Somebody who's a great partner, an equal partner, fantastic. Somebody who doesn't play games, hot, on fire. Psst. Yeah, that's what it looks like for me today as I mature out of codependence. So I hope this helps a little bit and lightens up the mood. So this gets you a little bit into a different mindset when you think about love and what you want from love. Are you willing to get out of codependent love, romantic, codependent, lustful love? Or are you okay with quiet love? The kind that you grow old with, the kind that you partner up with, you collaborate with. I don't know. You decide. My name is Tala, and this has been an episode of Drive-thru Therapy.